Right, just getting a post-match interview here at Welwyn after our 5-2 opening day victory today. We'll start with you, Skip. I said in the tweet at the end of the game, in terms of opening day performances, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
No, I've spoke to you this morning, and we haven't had the best of starts, but well, again, Welwyn are a good side. So I'm not saying there's any easy games in the league, but there's one or two you'd probably prefer over Welwyn. But lads have started very well today, and I think in the end we've deserved what we've got. We've worked very hard, and they're a good side, so you know they're going to be there or thereabouts as well. So yeah, first game of the season, well happy. I think that's only the second win in 5 at this level, first day.
Not that you can.
Not that I'm counting, I can name them as well. But no, it was good. I was just enjoying. Do you know the most important thing for me is we've worked hard and we've tried to play, and we've got our rewards at the end. So yeah, excellent.
James, outstanding start from us today. As I say, I heard Skip saying in the pre-match about how we've made some slow starts in games, particularly on the opening day at Burco last year. Obviously got to be pleased, and really we could have been out of sight before they got the penalty to get back into the game.
Yeah, it was a brilliant start, and like you say, to get 2-0 up as quickly as we did, in the fashion that we got the goals was brilliant. And yeah, the first 15, as we've said at half time, was brilliant. We dropped off a lot the last half an hour of the first half, and that did lead ultimately to the penalty that they got, and we did lose our way a little bit, but yeah, we can't ask for much more on opening day. It's great to get the win and get off the mark with the 3 points.
Yeah, do you think the penalty set us back a bit, or do you think they just, as a home team, they've just come into the game and just improved as the half's gone on, because it was all us for the first 15?
Yeah, every team has their spell, don't they? So I think it coincided with the fact that we were playing very well. We literally went up that end, didn't we? And Pemi just got his toe to it, and it was just kept off the line, and that would have been 3-0. And I think it was pretty much the first or second attack after that the long ball went over, and then that the penalty was a result of that. So I would say they then had a spell. So I think the penalty probably helped in the sense that it shook us a little bit because we started so well, and it was, like you said, it was quite one-sided in that sense. But then yeah, I think they had their spell for the last half an hour and actually played some really good football. And what was pleasing is the start of the second half, we started that the way we did the first, and then we were just quite ruthless in front of goal.
We scored some cracking goals there.
We did, yeah. It was brilliant finishes at a nice range as well. Longer passes, some of the sort of the more traditional short plays and short, sharp finishes, and then a good set piece goal as well at the end. So yeah, brilliant.
Excellent stuff, Dave. We obviously brought quite a big squad over today. Some additionals as well, due to some players carrying some knocks and stuff. Did Ev? I noticed Tom Coles was in the wars a little bit today. Did everybody come through with a clean bill of health? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I think Tom's got a few more knocks to go on top of. We had 2. Well, in fact, I asked for 5 players to come early to get checked by Amy. That's sort of where we were. So I made a decision today to bring 19 players. So 3 boys in the end have missed out. It's not what we wanted to do, or what we'd like to tell them. I'd rather have let them know previously, but Adam was touch and go. We managed to get 60 minutes out of him. Tom done what Tom always does, but sees it through, and I'll probably be crippled tomorrow. Fishers took a little bit of a knock towards the end, Pemi as well, but hopefully they'll all come through and be fine for Wednesday. I think Tom will be, and we took Adam off at the right time. Once we nicked the 4th, that was a great opportunity to get him off and rest him, which we've done, and hopefully Saturday, Sunday, Monday he'll get a few more days and rest it, and fingers crossed we'll maybe get another extra 10 minutes out of him on Wednesday. So yeah, very, very pleasing then.
Skip, don't obviously want to single out too many individuals because it was an outstanding team performance today, but obviously it must be great for Pemi to get a goal on his debut, and also George chipping in with 2 as well after I say goal. He does lots of great stuff, but goals haven't necessarily come for his playing efforts over the last couple of seasons. So it's pleasing to see him get a couple today as well.
Pemi's given us an option that we haven't had in the past, with his presence and his willingness to run, and he wins headers as well. So yeah, so we can play off him. He's sort of bringing other players in it, and I think people like George will benefit from it, because ultimately we've asked George over pre-season, the back end of last year, to take more ownership on shooting. He kept getting into the box, and then he was looking to offset it. I mean, today he scored 2. He's hit the post.
2 really good finishes as well.
Yeah,
haven't they?
and again, he's been fantastic in pre-season, and that's the George Bailey from 4 or 5 years ago, and he showed glimpses last year, but he kept getting injured. I think he got injured on the first game of the season. We didn't see him until around November, but he's been brilliant today, and his confidence is high. And if we was to look at the footage of the first half, first 15 minutes, he's involved in everything, and then we suddenly stopped using him, and it was part of our downfall for that part of it. But yeah, all of them, you've mentioned everybody there. I think, and the good thing for me is they've all been very good, but I think they can all play better. Nobody, there's no 10 out of 10s out there.
Yeah. Just going on to you, James.
Yeah.
There were little lulls in the game, and perhaps I felt in the second half it was way too open. I mean, even when we're 4-1 up, we're cruising, and you're thinking, oh, they've only got to get one. So when it did get back to 4-2, I was thinking, oh, if I get another one, it could be a long injury time. But yeah, fortunately that wasn't the case.
No, but you're right, and I think we all said it, didn't we, at the side? It was a bit like basketball at times, wasn't it? And actually, the truth be told, that is match fitness, first game, proper competitive game as well. That will take a couple of weeks for all the teams in the league. No one's going to just turn up on the first game of the season and be fully fit in that respect. Because as we all know, involved in football, you're going to have lots of minutes, and you try and rest others. You see new players, integrate new and existing. So yeah, the truth be told, like I say, that you're not going to be fully match fit really. Well, the aim is obviously to try and get everybody as close to. But once you hit that first competitive game, you hit different barriers, don't you? So.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. I think there were some gaps opened up, and it was just about who takes advantage of them the most and has that desire to close the gaps really across the pitch. We mentioned that half time, didn't we?
Yeah.
That we basically, with that last half an hour of the first half, the Penny and Bondi and then the 4 behind them were almost pressing quickly, and the back 4 were dropping, and there was a big gap in between the midfield and the defence, basically for their long balls to make advantage. So we addressed that, and similarly when they're hitting not just long decent passes but across the pitch as well, it was making sure that the George Baileys and Alex would get across there, and then we've got good cover basically, and they weren't getting any free time on the ball, and that is a consequence of when people retire or they're not fully match fit. Those sort of things open up and can change a game, can't they? And we capitalised on them in their half, to be fair. So
excellent stuff. Well, enjoy your evening, chaps. Great start.
Thanks,
and we'll see
Lee.
you on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lee.